Hey people, please jet. Oh, and this thing on my screen, yeah, that's happening. So if you hear like alarms going off, that's no big deal. No big deal at all. All right, so back to game. Back to game. It's episode 37. Sorry, I have difficulty keeping track. Let us do this thing. Let us do this thing. Ooh, did I just see lightning? Cool. I like lightning, by the way, in case you didn't know. I'm not sure if that will be useful to me at all, but let's see y'all. I filled this in. And this. And wow, this is longer than I thought. Ooh. Sorry, it's just I don't have the opportunity to record it any other time, and I am stuck out here. So I gotta record this. I did make progress here. You can see I made a little link around here, and I continueth and continueth and continueth. Indeed. All the way out here. To here. This is where I stop. So, let's see here. Without dying to death. Let's see. Ooh. I appreciate this. Oh my god, so guess what? Today's Monday. I realize if you've watched the last episode, then it's Monday for you already. Basically. Ooh. Okay. One must be careful in the nether. Anything else? Ooh, there's more over here. And, so, it's Monday. Evening. It's like a 8 o'clock, 8:15. Okay, so I have to process this tomorrow and upload it tomorrow before it can be ready for Wednesday. So and I just got home after working from like 7 a.m. until 7 p.m. and I worked yesterday as well for several hours, right up until about midnight. So I already have more than 2 days worth of hours on the clock, and it's only just Monday. So actually, I need to make decisions. Now, when I bagel these roads, I should probably jump across. Because every other way looks longer. And I don't have infinite. I do not have infinite resources. Infinite indeed. Okay, so... Oh, did I forget to bring... Yeah, I'll have to deal with it later. I quite, in fact, did forget to bring... Oh, wait, I'm stupid. There was a different method entirely. Such as such. If I fall... So, yes, I'm a bit overworked already this week. Might hopefully mean a long weekend, but it may also probably just mean overtime hours, which is not unwelcome. That's correct, right? Yes, not unwelcome. Because it looks like... Ooh, did I smack my lips? Actually, I didn't. It will sound the same, but it's actually more of like a suction sound. But hey, I'm talented that way. I can do it. Can't you? Anyways. I am going to head over to Europe. In August. Because I can. Well, I probably can't, but I'm going to anyways. Just in time for me to have paid off pretty much all my debts. I'm going to go get some more debts. And that's just the way it goes. But they won't be significant. I'm not going on an extravaganza or anything. I'm just going to hang out with the fiancé and some of her peoples and go to a weddings of her friend. And so definitely going to spend some time in Wales. And definitely going to spend some time in Amsterdam. And beyond that, it's not decided. So maybe just more Wales, or we'll sneak in some Scotland or Ireland. To be determined. So that's August. I should probably be nailing down. Ooh no, the itinerary soon. For reasons that you may not know. Oops, I lost one. My world is over. My world is over. Oh man, I love weather. Weather is the best. Of course, I have never been through like truly terrifying weather. So I'm probably just privileged that way, and I think it would be awesome to be through terrible weather, when in fact it's not. But, you know, stuff. Yeah, let's head that way. I'm just doing it this way for now, such that I can not have to backtrack too badly if I change my mind about some of this. Not so bad, though. Not so bad. So, I went back and did a little work. And I'm going to do this because I can. There's nothing you can do to stop me, since it's already happened by the time you'll have seen this. But I do this on occasion because I can. Do it. Ow! My life is over. I fell and twisted my ankle. Oh, jeez. Okay. Boink. Waypoints, because it is nice to occasionally explore and see what is between me and my destination. Now, I did this before at another secret location that is not see, like this. That is not disclosed. And on a couple of occasions, I ended up inside a small dungeon, complete with chests. I actually left the chests alone. I didn't take anything from them. But there's like 2 or 3 of them now where portals open up in such a location. However, one thing that's particularly useful with places... Ooh, geez, this one's complicated. With places like this is I can refresh my cobble supply without having to go all the way back to the all the way back to the beginning of creation. You know what I mean? Yeah, you do. Don't ya? I bet you do. Boink. There, permafire. Look at that. Look-a-doo. Look-a-dee. Looky-doo. Looky-doo. I'm telling you, looky-doo right now, or else. Friggin' looky-doo. I don't want to have to tell you a second time. Looky-doo. Okay, well. Poor little thingy. That one's on fire. Hey, you know what? I better not die. That would suck. It would suck. Because I don't think I could get back here. In fact, actually, come to think of it, I should probably set up a spawn point out here. I did nearly die one of those other times. Well, I don't want to get lost. But it would be nice to... I see you. I see you. That's the way up over there, huh? Okay. Ooh! I can live with this. Okay, well, I don't want to spend too much time out here. Holy cow, what's the cat doing? He's scraped up the side of the wall or something. Let's see. Why don't I have... It's a nice little cavern. Kind of on the big side for little. And it's downpouring like hell outside. I love it. Weather is the best thing. This is the way out. Yes, okay, yes, okay. Oh, you know what else I don't have? Didn't even think of it. So I need like 8 of these. This suggests, by the way, that I am underwater. Otherwise, I would have been above water when the portal came out. Oh man, that I can hardly see to the next building over from here. It's pouring so hard outside. 88, 8. Oh, crappity crap! I need 4 more. Sorry. Bear with me as I have brain farts. Jeez. Glad I didn't rush into that. One of these days... Ooh! Lightning. Lightning is my favorite. So what am I saying? Oh, one of these days I have to jump intentionally in lava with a thing of... Good enough. That way. With a thing of water on me and see if I can actually save myself. I've heard tell that it works, but... Wow, it's a downpour. We're going to have a flash flood, which is one of the things we've been warned about, actually. I am not in any particular danger on the 10th floor, but I wouldn't wish it on anybody else either. You know, these are better than torches, except for the fact that they injure you. I can leave it. I can leave it. I can come back for this stuff on my own time. Not on your dime, viewers. Not that you're spending any money on this, but you know, stuff. Yep. What am I even doing? That's not what I want at all. God. It's a monsoon! See where I'm going with this? I'm sorry, I didn't hear any thunder. Unnamed caverns. Unnamed caverns of doom. But that part can be left unsaid. It is a silent of doom. As most dooms are, in fact, silent. They creep up upon ye. See here, I went around this thing. I didn't make it much further than this, actually. Actually, no. This is as far as I've made it, period. But it does look like it's safe to keep going off that way, so I shall. And there's not a damn thing you can do to stop me. Oh, don't mind me. I'm just collecting supplies for the next portal. I want to make sure I always have, I don't know, 2 in my inventory, or 2's worth, you know, stuff. This technique is really great, except in this case there doesn't seem to be any magma underneath. So it's kind of moot point, but you know, who cares, right? Fun is fun. Oh my god. Okay, so you guys ready for the next portal? Maybe? I always do them on these straightaways, which, you know, when I'm trying to head diagonally, don't happen very often, but I also want to keep them spaced out a little bit. But, you know, not too much. I do. So, yeah. Here's as far as I've been, I think. No, not quite. Not quite. Here we go. Let's do one down here. Hello. Obsidian. Also serve. Ooh. One must take care. Okay. I'm gonna have enough. Boink, 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 boink. Oop. Boink, boink. And proceedeth now. Oh, Plek left the game. Bastards. Bastards. No, not really. Boink. So what I'm going to do is follow the path. Well, follow the curvature of the Earth in this direction. And keep myself from having to be out over the magma too often. What you think about that, huh? What you think about that? Oh, so about halfway through. I have no idea how far back towards origin I am at this point. I also don't know, off the top of my head, if I'll intersect with anybody else's roads at this point. I just don't know. I mean, eventually. I'm not even sure exactly what direction I am in. I may have to follow. Alright, let's check out what's in here. Probably more caverns. Is it more caverns? Where do I see? Yes, it is. I must be underwater. Can't be surprised, yo. Did I see something off this way? Yes, I did. Oh, but it's a dead end. Okay, never mind. Oh, there's water. How far up? How far up? How far up? Can I make it? Oh, geez, I may be in trouble. Well, I mean, I can make it to the surface, but can I make it back down again? Whew, interesting. All right, let's try. I wish you could forcibly swim down. Though I seem to be going pretty fast. Oh, that's all right then. Okay. Interesting. Let's check through here briefly. Okay, there does appear to be more to this place. For a minute there, I thought that was cobble. Well, this is fairly large. This little magma pool. We can't leave this untouched. No siree. Bawab. Not a bit. Just wouldn't be right, you know? Other than that, there don't seem to be any particular reason for this place. You know, I haven't leaned on this pick nearly as much as I thought I would. Okay, well, these caverns seem to be a bit of a bust. I bet if I explored, I'd find more, but I'm not going to do that on camera. Not at the moment, anyways. I might, if I dedicate an episode to spelunking, maybe it'll be worth it. What's over here? Bit of a hole. Over here. Oops. Oh well. Good enough. That was my phone. Yes, it sounds like Minecraft. God, there's a lot of this in here. If I need more of this for putting down pylons on my way through the nether, I'll know where to go. I was actually worried about that a little bit. But there's a ton in here. Oh well. Oh well. Onward ho. Right, so I needed to go make myself more cobblestone slabs and collect a little bit more anyway. So I took this as an opportunity to sort of, I don't know, pay it forward, I guess, my my collection of stones. Just so that I don't have to go quite so far away next time that I want some. Let's see, what do I need? Oh, only 12 obsidian? That's enough to make a gateway, but still, I prefer to have 14. So let's, yeah, do things, I guess. Right, let's use this guy. So, yeah, here we go. Good enough. Let's see. Got a little frustrated today. I'm sure. Cat, what the heck are you doing? I think he's expressing his dissatisfaction with his not having eaten yet by messing around on the kitchen table. Anyways, what was I saying? Oh, a little disgruntled. Scientifically. And not really, mostly just because of bad media. And if any of you are on Facebook, which seems kind of likely, you may have heard of I love science. And anyways, not that it's really their fault or her fault or whatever, but there was a discovery recently that has hit the media about a void in the universe, which is, of course, anticipated, but this is the biggest one we've ever found. And it's really huge, and entire swarms of galaxies could fit inside of it. And it's particularly cold and all these interesting things. And that's perfectly interesting, okay? That I love that stuff. The problem was that both she and StarTalk, which is Neil deGrasse Tyson's radio show, gave this picture, when talking about it, they gave the picture of something that is not what they were just talking about. They gave a picture of what is called a Bach globule. It's basically a small being a relative term. Shoot, I went one too far. A small nebula, star-forming region, basically. Let me fill this in just for continuity. There you go. That is, for one reason or another, dark. And actually, when a nebula is, still forming its stars on the inside, and they're not particularly energetic yet, or are otherwise buried deep within, and they haven't burst forth, they haven't carved out a hole, Jeez, let me figure out how to tell you this. Nebulae, basically the plural for nebula, are heavy clouds of dust, basically left over from previous supernovae and novae, depending on the circumstances, or general accretion, like if galaxies collide. Their dust clouds tend to get crushed together, and this produces new bursts of star formation, which is really quite lovely. early, what we think of, or what I guess anybody who's aware of nebulae think of by typically, so I have to think about this. I still want to head that way, but it might behoove me to go that way and then that way. Going maybe here and then there, just for the shortest distance. Because I do like it when the road kind of follows the curve of the Earth, so to speak, or the nether in this case. Anyways, people often think of nebulae as these glowing, colorful clouds, and that's not entirely true. I have seen nebulae, horribly, terribly, or that's a bad word, misrepresented in science fiction by default, very, very badly. So, and actually, if you want to know, the best representation I've ever seen, best, over dramatized to a certain extent, but the best representation I've ever seen of nebulae in a sci-fi movie was actually during the ending credits of Thor. So if you want to have an idea of what a nebula really feels like, when I say feels, I mean because there's more to it than just what it looks like. Because when we look at nebula in the sky, it's very, very two-dimensional, and you don't get a proper feel for what it actually is. And this movie does a pretty good job of rectifying that. Now, then, of course, they have, like, at the very end, the city of the Asgard or whatever, and that obviously is unrealistic, but the nebulae themselves are actually well done. So if you wanted a good idea, go watch that movie. If you've seen it before, watch it again. Anyways, a Bot globule is a nebula, just like all the rest, but it's dark because it's not glowing. In fact, nebulae generally never glow. They reflect, or sometimes refract. If light is passing through them and they're thin enough, light will be sort of refracted and diffracted and stuff like that. But most nebulae that we're familiar with are reflecting light off of their dust. And that light is often reflected by newborn stars that are bursting out of basically the cocoon that they were growing in. Or, if you considered the nebula an egg sac, they're the hatchlings coming out. And they're so brilliant and hypercharged that they light up the entire nebula in... Actually, picture it this way. Let's say the nebula was an egg, and the chick or the lizard or whatever it is that's bursting out glows intently. So just as it's coming out, it's lighting up the inside of the egg. That is typically what people think of when they see a nebula, and they misinterpret it what it is. But anyway, a Bot globule is basically the same thing, except the stellar births, or what stars are still going on the inside, are not either close enough to the surface or energetic enough yet to have lit them up. So they're basically just big, dark holes in the sky, except they're the opposite of the hole because they have substance. And this was the picture that StarTalk and IFLS Science were using to show the description of a void, when what they were actually using was the complete opposite of a void. So I was a little disgruntled about that. And of course, if they were just trying to show something that was hard to show, how do you show the absence of a thing? But and StarTalk didn't actually say this is the void. They just had a picture and they were talking about voids. Whereas StarTalk actually, not StarTalk, IFLS basically came right out and said this is a void that was discovered, and that's actually quite wrong. So I was disgruntled. I'm so sorry. I know it's a thing to be disgruntled about, but Cat is upset again for reasons unknown. Do I need pylons? If I fill this out, then I can sort of kind of pretend that I don't need pylons. I can't reach the bottom, though. I don't want to die over it. I don't know. What do you think? Is that good enough? So that was my gripe. Just the misrepresentation. And unfortunately, the people who, who were fans of either were saying, that's amazing, that's great. And they had no idea that they were apparently celebrating something that was inaccurately portrayed. Otherwise, the topic was interesting enough. I mean, voids of that nature are kind of friggin' cat. I can do it too, cat. Seriously. See, I'm too close to that portal to continue. Anyway, rant complete. Achievement unlocked, I believe. What do you think? Should I go? Oh, careful me. Hey, look, another one. Now, I do like, if I have exit portals, I do like to have them in relationship to those. So can I get up there from over here? Ah, look, it's over there too. So yes, I can. So I will proceedeth, now that I am done with my rant, to build up that way and so forth. And I'm back once again for the conclusion of this episode, wherein upon I have reached, you can see my road, I've reached the top of this and built my portal. I've used up the last of this, but it's so easy to replace at this point. I also started, as you'll notice, I wanted to take advantage of this a little bit, so I carved out what will be a path. I had time to kill because of the file saving, so I scouted ahead and found a path that I kind of like, and I'll fill it in with all this junk here. But before I go, see, actually this is really useful because this tells me how many cobblestone I need to fill in that path. That's right, quite nice. And it's okay to do it one wide. I usually do 2 wide on the straights, and 2, point whatever, the hypotenuse for the diagonals. But for this, you already have a road. All you need is a designation. So hey, let's find out what we've got. Ooh, yip. Hello, downloading. Oh gee. Well, that's not very useful at all. Are there any islands out there? I don't see anything. And the reason why I'm in the sky, it's a new moon in the middle of the night, is because there aren't even any caverns below me. It is solid ground down there. Though that right there looks like a hole. So how many can I even? Ooh, I got nether brick. Funny how that works. Do I have anything temporary on me? Netherrack. Okay, because I want to start out by doing this. I just don't like it flying in the sky, so I'm going to do this. And it's going to be netherrack. Heap, boink. That's not too deep. Usually it's much deeper. Right, so that'll be an episode. Number 37. Thanks for watching. I don't say that often enough. I always usually just threaten you into trying to like it and or get your friends to subscribe. Which I will do in this case as well for your sole benefit, so that you can continue to enjoy my amazing videos that are practically the same as everybody else's on this topic. But whatever. So yeah, it's been an episode, hasn't it?